Hello everyone, my name is Roxhox and welcome to another video. And today I am Mao Mao. This is my newest cosplay. I got it for myself as a Christmas present. Oh no, I got this as a birthday present. Let me show you what I got for my Christmas present. I got myself a decently sized frog. This is Kairu's son. He is my adorable little frog that I got commissioned from one of my cosplay friends. I will link their Instagram down in the bottom if you want to check out their page. And look at this little guy. He is so freaking adorable. And look at his little froggy butt. He's so cute. Probably going to cut out me just baby talking to Kairu there, but this is my baby. I am so obsessed with this, and the sun is finally out today. We have not had proper sun in like 2 months. So we are gonna go outside and we're gonna do a little photo shoot. But before that, you don't speak a lot, but I'm gonna make a video talking about what animes I watched this year. So yeah, let's rock it. So the very first anime that I watched this year was not new, it was Wotakoi. And the reason I watched it is because TikTok decided to bring back 2020 anime trends, and so the song and the dance was everywhere, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. And I sat and I watched it, and it was so freaking adorable. I became obsessed. My favorite character is Naoya-kun. He is so freaking adorable, and he's got a little kitty cat smile, and he has the same voice actor as Finian. Also Eren, but Eren doesn't have the cutesy thing, so we're just gonna focus on the Finian thing. But oh, he's adorable. But yeah, I absolutely love that, and I low-key became obsessed with the little dancey dance. And when I get myself near a Jinshi, I will be making a TikTok doing the little dancey dance for that song. The second anime I started watching this year was actually new, and that was Sakamoto Days. I saw a little clip of it on Instagram, and as soon as I got to the part where and he became fat, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this. Now I went into this expecting it to be similar to Way of the House Husband, where it's like just a cute little slice of life with no real point to it. But oh my gosh, was I wrong. Now I'm not going to get too spoilery about it, but there is an actual storyline to this thing, so it's not just random episodes about little adventures here and there. I mean, it kinda is, but there's also an actual story that follows through, and I'm so glad that they have a season 2 announced. I think it was announced like a week or 2 ago, so that's freaking awesome. But also the characters are so good, and there's messy backstories, and you know, there's a little bit of blood and stuff to keep me entertained, because I like that kind of thing. But also, it is still a silly little show in a way. That way being that the things that go on with the main characters, that's intense, and the way that other characters react to these things is just completely unrealistic and hilarious, and I kind of love that. Okay, I looked at my notes to see which one I'm talking about next, but I need to read you what I wrote here. I was writing notes throughout the year as I was watching things, and I wrote, despite the blood, it's also a silly little show. Silly in the sense that there's no logic to public fights in the aftermath, which is funny more than annoying, and kind of reminds me of that scene from a Winnie the Pooh movie where they were stuck in a hole and Piglet could not, and Owl flew out to give him good advice, then flew back down to continue being stuck in the hole. I think that sums it up perfectly. Past me was a genius for making this. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is One Piece, and this is going to be a little spoilery. There are 2 arcs in particular I watched. I went very slowly through One Piece this year, please forgive me. But, by the end of today, I will have watched at least 1,000 episodes, so I did something this year. But anyways, the main arcs that I watched this year were Whole Cake Island and Wano. I'm actually still busy in Wano at the moment, but let's just talk about Whole Cake for a second, because oh my gosh, that was the biggest emotional roller coaster since Enies Lobby for me. And you know how or maybe you don't know, maybe you're new here, but when I did my first anime recap 2 years ago, I mentioned how everyone warned me about Brooke's backstory, but no one warned me about Robin. I was low-key warned about Sanji in Whole Cake Island, and I still wasn't prepared. I actually, hang on, we're reading the notes again. February 15, Sanji leaving Germa 6, not even crying, dead inside. that is what I have written down here. That broke me. I think a good part of that is because Baby Sanji is also voiced by the same person who voices Chopper, and oh gosh, it hurt my soul. But also, that was also the most frustrating arc I ever watched, because there were so many episodes when it came to frickin' pudding, where I had to pause it, take a walk, have a little rant sometimes, maybe get some chocolate, and then go back to watch. I couldn't. There was too much going on, but also, oh my gosh, when they left, and they left Pudding behind, I was in tears, okay? I wanted them to take Pudding with, okay? It hurt, okay? It hurt on many levels. And then we get to Wano. My gosh. Wano. I am tempted to say that this is my favorite arc, but the truth is it's not. It is still Dressrosa. The reason I like Wano so much is because the whole thing is riding on my obsession with Odin. Now, they built this guy up so much. And I wanted to meet the guy, okay? I was curious, and I was fully prepared that when I finally saw him, I was gonna be a tad disappointed because, you know, they built him up so much. Finally get to the episode where they basically reading off all his felonies when he was younger, and give me a second. I am freaking obsessed with this man. I honestly cannot pinpoint what exactly it is about him, but I am obsessed with him. I don't know if it's a sim thing, if it's a kin thing, or what it is, but I am just so obsessed with Odin. I'm pretty sure he's like my favorite anime character in ever. Gojo is still my #1 husband. Ace is still my #1 husband from One Piece. Shirohige is still my dad. But Odin? This dude is on a whole nother level, and I cannot figure out why I'm so obsessed with him, but I just am. And yeah, if I ever see an Odin cosplayer, I will full-on malfunction. And I really hope to see an Odin cosplayer someday. I hope to also be an Odin cosplayer someday. I will be a tiny Odin, but I will be Odin. Oh my gosh. I just figured out my biggest kin ever. Well dang, now I have 2 cosplays to do from Wano arc. Great, not even mad, great. It's a good thing I already know the dance. If you know, you know. So the next anime I watched is another old one that I just watched for the first time. It is Your Lie in April. Now, I knew that it was a sad anime, and I knew exactly where it was going the second Kaori was introduced. And it still got to me. It hurt so much. But it did inspire me to bring out my melodica for the first time in forever. Should I insert the clip here? I'm gonna put the clip in here. So yeah, needless to say, I loved it. I was sad, and also, for those of you who don't know, I am a bit of a music nerd, so I really loved that about it, and I'm definitely going to be one of those people who watch it every April, because yes, it's sad, but it's so good. And it's short, so, you know, we can get all of the sadness wrapped up in like a day or 2 in April. Now after that, we got to May, and we got a little present that I just happened to see by complete coincidence and put in my group chat, and everyone lost their minds. We got a Skate the Infinity OVA. Just one little episode. And you know what, again, we're just gonna read the notes I made, because Skate OVA. Dead in capital letters. Cuteness. Ricky and Longa held hands. Joe and Cherry origin. And then I have Adam ... Look. He's a hear me out, okay? I judge myself for this one, okay? I adore and I hate him on so many levels, and he just looked too attractive in the OVA, and I'm mad about it. I am so mad about it. But also, we got teenage Joe and Cherry, and I like that a lot. The next thing I watched was season 2 of Dandadan. Now I understand that Dandadan is a hit or miss with people for very obvious reasons. For me it was a hit, judge me all you want. I like it, I loved it. Gigi is such a character, I adore him. He's a little himbo in the making. Oh my gosh, that might be my thing with Odin. He's like the king of himbos. He's the perfect himbo. But anyways, back to Gigi. He's adorable. He's a cute little dork. I adore that child so much. I loved watching season 2 mainly because of Gigi. Cuteness, aggression. That's what he gets out of me. Also, Dandadan is another show where, kind of like Sakamoto Days, where there's a lot going on, but other people's reaction to what is going on just unrealistic, and it's silly and stupid, and it's funny to me. But also, we had that little rock band that showed up. I can't do a head bang properly with this wig, unfortunately, because it's very heavy, and I'm not used to having this much hair, but that was freaking awesome to watch, okay? I may or may not have played the little song thing a few times. Like, went back in the episode, didn't even finish it. I enjoy that a lot. Alright, and now we finally get to Apothecary Diaries. Obviously I loved it on so many levels. I was low-key bullied into watching it by my friend Bree because of the frog incident, and yeah, I watched it and I loved it, and I clearly became obsessed because this cosplay has a skirt. I don't wear skirts, I don't do long hair, but Mama, I will do it. I will man up? Step up? I don't know. I will Mau up. I adore her so much. She is absolutely one of my favorite MCs ever. She's adorable. Jinshi. That is a strange one. This man annoyed me so much until we started seeing more of his actual personality. You know, more of the Suigetsu and less of Jinshi the eunuch. Yeah. But also, everyone's talking about Jinshi and Lady Gyokyo and what is the blue one? What is the blue one? Not Haku. My brain is spitting out all the wrong words, but you know the blue one. You know her. Everyone's talking about them. Why is no one talking about Lady Aduo? Have you seen that woman? Actually, sticking with that. Okay, spoiler, kind of spoiler for season 2. Kind of spoiler. Or was it season 1? You know, we're just gonna say spoiler for everything that's out now, so season 1 and 2. I solved a lot of things in that because every single female character that I simmed for was related to Jinshi. That is how I figured things out. It's like, if I sim for you, you are related to this man somehow. And I was not wrong at any time. So, yeah, that's the thing. You know, I'm more than a Jinshi cosplayer. I want to find a Lowland cosplayer because that is going to be a lot of chaotic fun. Hello, why am I so blurry? Hello? Is it my eyes? No, it's actually blurry. Why is it blurry? Okay, I hope that's focused in. There's a thing over my face, so I can't see it properly. So the last anime that I watched this year was the final season of My Hero Academia. I'm not going to get too detailed into this because I know there's a lot of people who haven't watched it yet. And the reason people haven't watched it yet is because they are not ready for this to end. And I was one of those people as well. And then I decided like 2 weeks ago, you know what, I'm just going to watch this because I need to. And I watched all 11 episodes in a day. I watched, I went through all of the fields. And honestly, this deserves a video all on its own because of the impact My Hero Academia has had on me. But yeah, I watched it and I cried, I laughed, I got really, really mad at the Todorokis. I cried again and I have not healed from that yet. So yeah, it was a thing that happened. And I did hear that there was supposed to be a 12th episode. I saw a rumor online that it's gonna be out in March. I don't know if that's true or not. But when I get more information on that, then that will determine when I post my full video talking about My Hero Academia, the final season, and just the general impact it's had on me as a little being in the world. Because it genuinely deserves its own video. But yeah, I watched it and it hit hard. But one thing I will say, and I guess this is a spoiler, my friends make fun of me a lot because my type, according to them, are the dead ones, which unfortunately they have a lot to put for their argument for me. But All Might stayed alive, okay? Of all my anime spouses, I was prepared to see All Might die, okay? I had it in the back of my head that it may end with this man dying, and he didn't. He stayed alive, and I'm so happy and so proud of him, and I'm so glad that I now have a big poster of him on my door. Like, he lived! He lived! Come here. Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Although he technically still counts as a donut from the previous fight with, All for One, but we don't need to talk about that right now. So yeah, those are the anime that I watched this year. It's obviously not a lot, and there were two major things that I didn't watch. Black Butler, the Emerald Witch arc, I think that's what it was called, and season 3 of Spy Family. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to watch anime and stuff, so yeah, I will get to them next year. I might just watch Spy Family tomorrow if I'm feeling super lazy, but no wait, I have a gaming video to make tomorrow, dang it. I will get to it eventually, don't you worry. And when I do the Yorp cosplay, we'll be back. But yeah, that is the list of what I did watch, and obviously Apothecary Diaries was my favorite thing that I watched this year because, come on, the birthday present, Christmas present. I love this anime so much. Mama was freaking awesome. One of my favorite characters ever. So yeah, let me know in the comments what anime you really enjoyed watching, and if you are going to put spoilers, be sure to, you know, indicate that in the comments for other people. And also, what anime are you looking forward to next year? I am both looking forward to and low-key dreading Apothecary Diaries Season 3. I think it comes out next year. I'm pretty sure it comes out next year. Because of something that I know from the manga that might not be very well received, but I still just want to watch more of that because I am very invested in the story. And what else? I think I'm like 80% sure we get another part of Bleach. I'm pretty sure it's next year. I can't wait another year, guys. I can't. And what else am I looking forward to? Oh, the Sakamoto Days Season 2 come out next year or the year after? I'm gonna hope that it's going to be next year, but yeah, I think those are my top ones that I'm looking forward to. Definitely. But anyways, that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave me a like, leave me a comment, and if you're new and want to see more videos from me as whatever character I might be next, be sure to hit subscribe and book the bell. And also, if you want to see/hear me more often, I have a gaming channel where I post videos every week. At the moment, I have a Undertale series. It is busy wrapping up, and there will be something replacing that. I post videos for that on Tuesdays, and I alternate between 2 Minecraft series on Fridays. One is my solo Java series, and another one is a Bedrock series, which I play with my friend Bree. So yeah, that is it. And from me and Kairu-san, Happy New Year, everyone. And yeah, we will see you in 2026. Until then, you just keep rocking. Bye!